Hey folks, we've been talking about the pride of life for several weeks. And I'd like to make kind of a parenthetical thought here to address something that's going on in our culture and how we as homeschoolers need to show humility. Because of the coronavirus, many schools are starting to meet this fall, but the schedules are going to be just all over the place. And plus, they're wanting kids to wear masks. And I'm trying to get a picture of 20 first graders having masks on all day long, and to watch that teacher try to make that happen. I mean, I'd almost pay money to watch that circus. And it's causing many parents to say, okay, this is about enough's enough. Between the coronavirus problems and the increased aggressiveness when it comes to politicizing our kids and socially engineering them, parents are saying it's time to homeschool. And so more are coming in all the time. I've heard some folks say double, perhaps triple, ultimately, because of this season spread out over several years. Because once they see how good homeschooling is, how it affects their whole life, not just their kids' academic life, they bite in. So where does the pride come in at? It's very important for us who have been homeschoolers for years to realize they're not going to do it like us initially. We need to show such grace, because I've heard folks, I've seen some posts and some tweets saying they're not really homeschooling, they're just public schooling. And I understand that, but I also want to remind us that when we all begin, it's pretty daunting. A lot of folks are kind of putting their toe in the water right now to test the temperature, and that's okay. God bless them for having the courage to do that, to change, to bring their kids home to be with them. Then secondly, let's not forget the power of incrementalism. We see it working negatively on so many political levels, but it's also true in positive levels. When people incrementally grow, they try this out, it works, they try the next step out, they can proceed very quickly. We have to be careful, this is number 3, not to expect people to be in 3 years where it took us 10 years to be. Hope that makes sense. We do that oftentimes in the Christian realm, wanting people to grow faster than we did. But folks, we need to show grace. Humility births grace. Prideful people are not very gracious, and they're not very merciful. Let that not be said about us as Christian homeschoolers. I encourage you to engage these folks, even if they're doing it different than you. That's the glory of homeschooling. Let's give God's grace an opportunity to grow in their lives just like He has in our lives. And then just be a support system. Encourage them. And one of the best ways to encourage them is to share your own struggles. For years, there's this persona that we homeschoolers are just perfect. We have it all together. Our kids are all color coordinated in their outfits. They all come in stair-stepping. And that's just a farce. When we share with people our struggles, it encourages them to keep on during their struggles. So when we're talking about the pride of life, let's apply it to the new homeschoolers coming in. Let us be the fragrance of Christ to encourage them along this great journey called homeschooling. This is Kirk Smith with ICHE's Take 5.